How we doing? Avi Weisfogel, happiest dentist. Just got off the phone with a dentist who typically struggling, overhead issues, struggling to make payroll, struggling with just the everyday, the day to day. How am I going to pay for this? How am I going to pay for that? It just so reminds me of the times where this was my life. The thoughts of I have to at least get enough money in to make payroll so that way at least I could pay my employees. Wasn't even a thought of paying me, but hey, at least I could pay my employees. At least I could keep this company going. And then I talked to my people that I'm working with in the world of sleep apnea, and it's like a whole different tune. It's a giddiness to them, it's a happiness. And so the question that I would have is, if you're not treating sleep apnea, why? What is it about it that isn't striking you? So there are people obviously who work with me on a very detailed basis, who pay a lot of money to work with us, that go ahead and make a fortune, maybe making millions of dollars in the world of sleep apnea. And that's specifically for certain people, right? It makes sense for certain people to do that. It doesn't necessarily make sense for everyone to do that. But everyone has 4 to 10% of the population, they say, with undiagnosed sleep apnea. So chances are 4 to 10% of your patients have undiagnosed sleep apnea. They probably will slip right through the cracks. It's one of the neat things about the business and the way that clients who work with me do it is we're working on patients who otherwise never would have been diagnosed. You have patients just sitting there not diagnosed in your office. Now you can't just treat a sleep patient because you want to. Maybe you've gone to a sleep course and have tried and haven't gotten paid, and that's frustrating. But there's a reason behind it all. There's a process in place, and you have to follow this process in order for this to be something that works for you. The process goes as follows. You need a physician to see your patient, evaluate your patient, and order a home sleep test. Then you need a company that works with that patient's insurance to do the home sleep test. Then you need a board-certified sleep physician who's licensed to practice in your state to be the guy who's going to interpret your studies, and let's call it in an oral appliance-friendly fashion. If you don't have all those pieces in place, it's hard to treat your patients. But what if there was an easy way for you to get all of that done? What if a patient could come into your office, see a doctor via telemedicine, have another relationship with somebody else who's going to put a home sleep test in your office, and then have an oral appliance friendly sleep physician read your study? If that were the case, if it was that easy, you'd literally be leaving $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 on the table every month just sitting in your waiting room. Like, imagine if there was just 15 crowns just sitting there waiting to be had on your patients. Would you not grab that? In this case, in the issue of sleep, it's sitting there for the taking. You just got to know a little bit about what you're doing. This is what we do. This is what we do at the International Academy of Sleep. We go ahead and take you through the process so you don't have to leave that sitting on the table. Hope that you want to come learn about this at a preview soon. DentalSleepMBA.com. Check on the schedule. Ready to rock. Hope to see you guys soon.